and welcome to the 145 Rural Podcast, where we are here to strengthen music careers and communities one song at a time. And now, here's your host, Jacob Wing. Yay!
Hey, everybody, and just a quick video today to talk about something I think is pretty important and it might help you along your journey. Sometimes when we are deciding to invest in making a recording or maybe even taking on a partner to do a project, there's a small possibility that you might feel like you're getting scammed or ripped off if you're paying somebody to do the job for you. So in order to avoid these kind of problems, these hiccups, these feelings we have, there's a great way that you can avoid these, especially when you're getting started. Top-end studios, when you decide that you're going to invest in recording, will often charge you by the hour. And that's because they have been doing this for a long time. They have a long list of people that want to get into their studio, and their time is very valuable. That's not who we're talking about today, and that doesn't apply to most studios. Yes, many of them follow that same model, and some of them deserve to be doing that. But there's many of them that maybe that's not the best model they should be following. And one I would advise that if you're starting out, maybe it's not the best one for you. So what I want you to look for is anybody that is either getting their start trying to build their own portfolio. That's a great way to collab with them and to get a good price. And another way to look for somebody that is going to benefit you in the long term and your pocketbook is somebody that does this but is also charging by the project. Now, what difference could that possibly make? When it comes to working with somebody who's newer and or just getting their start or maybe hasn't actually paid anybody to do any studio work for them, it's hard to gauge how long a project is actually going to take you, be it a song, 3-4 songs, a whole album. It's different for everybody, and every project is different. And if you aren't exactly sure of your routine and what steps you follow that make you achieve the end goal that you desire to get to, it's real easy to get stuck in the weeds and just keep spending day after day after day trying to get the right sound, get the right tone, get the overall atmosphere and feel of everything you want to do. And if you're paying somebody by the hour to learn these and to make these mistakes, that adds up so quickly and can bury you in whatever project you're doing. On the other hand, the vice to this versa is if you actually find somebody that will do it by the project and they give you an overall price for whatever you're doing. Say they will sit down and say, here's what you're doing. Say it's one song. I know it's going to take this many hours and I'm going to give you this much time for my mixing. I'm going to give you this much time for my mastering. Here's how many revisions you get, and it covers everything. And the reason this is so beneficial, and it's one of the things that I've adopted in my own workflow, is that the end product winds up being better, I'd say about 70% of the time, give or take. But the reason this happens is that the business that you're investing your money into wants a good product out there and has taken the time to make sure that if they're taking you on as a client, they are doing it for a reason. They see potential to put something good out in the world and invest their time and their effort into, and they want to succeed just as much as you do. And that's where you wind up with a great end product because they want it to be as good as you do. They want you to be happy first and foremost. And they also want to put a good product out in the world because that's their calling card. That's their business card. That's how they attract new clients. That's how they build their business. And it's not that hourly businesses and those who charge hourly don't, but there's definitely, no matter how you break it down, less incentive for them to hurry up and get the project done, but also doing a great job because in the end, they're going to make more money. The longer it takes, the more money they make, the more things you have to fix or redo or revise. More edits means more mixing time. That means more hourly pay for them. More mastering mistakes means they have to go back and fix that. More revisions means more money for them. And it's not that they're coming at it from that angle, but that always winds up being the end result. And if somebody's coming to this with a project pricing, then that means that, they don't care. They just want it right. So if it takes 2 to 3 revisions, that's what they told you that they're going to give you, then they're going to make sure that those are used to their best ability, to whatever they need to do to make sure that's right. I know these seem like a small difference, but in the beginning, when you're starting out, or if you're just stepping into paying somebody to do this work for you, if you've been doing it by yourself, this can really make or break the bank for you. So I just really wanted to share this tidbit. I know it's something that a lot of people don't really consider, but it's something when you start pricing things out, just keep that in mind. If you found the right person and they charge by the hour and it's something that you can afford and you really have to have that for your next project, by all means, the right person is what makes all the difference. But if you're just starting to open up the browsers and do that search to see who's out there and what your options are, keep this in mind so that you're going to have money to invest in the things that can also help bring your music to the forefront. So these are just thoughts and just something that might help you out. Next week, I am excited for us to have some big things coming out. We're going to have a great episode about cables and why they're important, and we have a super special guest from Rattlesnake Cable Company joining us. And then the following week, we have another great interview coming up with one of my favorite artists, so stay tuned for that. But until then, we will see you guys all next time. Bye!